Hi, it's Lonnie. Welcome to Grace Blossoms for You. Usually you've seen me work with packing paper that is like this. But this week I got some different packing paper in the mail, and I will just grab that. It arrives wrinkled and I ironed it, but it's this color. And I've seen it before when you buy shoes inside the actual shoe. But this time it came in the mail, so I thought I am going to use that and I'm going to craft with it. And at first I was like, okay, but it's light. Then I got the idea to spray some alcohol ink. I think I used a brownish color. This is a yellow color. But in any event, it did change it, and it looks a little older now. And then I did iron them so that they were flat. And what I'm going to do with these is I am going to use them for sketch pads or sketching paper. And this is something I learned from Michele at the Creative Cove. And I will tag her and see if she wants to do this challenge, because I didn't see her name on the list. It was Peg that tagged me, and Peg is over at Craft Room Stories. And so I had to think, what can I do? So yeah, I'm going to just quickly draw something very simple. And of course, I have to draw something like a plant or a flower. Let's do a flower. I didn't plan this very well ahead of time. See, you don't even have to be very good at drawing to make a flower. And I'm using these pens from Amazon. My sister introduced me to them. They're very fine, and I'm not sure if they are like waterproof, but they go on really nice, and especially on this shiny paper, they do really well. Alright, so I'm just gonna leave it there. Alright, so then what I'm going to do with them, and I actually made one yesterday, so I already know I'm going to do this. And it worked really well. I made a masterboard. Now I did sew this one before I cut it up, and I thought, well, I could also sew it after I cut it up, because this way the seams aren't really gonna make a lot of sense in some areas, because I was thinking of doing like a belly band on the side, but then part of the seam probably would be missing. And anyways, you could sew it after. You don't have to sew it at all, but I do like the contrast, I think, because I drew in black ink, and I've got some old music paper on here, and yeah, this to me is beautiful because it has the different neutral shades and some pictures that I drew. So, you know, it's fun for me to put my own spin on certain things. So what I thought I would do is show you how I made that one. So in actuality, I started with a piece of paper, cardstock, that I was not crazy about because it's got, I know it's grungy, and I was going for that, but then after it was done, I wasn't really crazy about it. So I thought I would come and use this as a base for my masterboard. So I don't want a whole lot of blank space, so I'm just going to trim this a little. And I'm going to use my Pritt stick because I found that I really like the results when I use the Pritt stick. And so I have some more of the same pieces of paper that I used. So there's my drawings, and I have some really old book page, and I love it because of the color. So I haven't really planned this one out. I don't imagine it'll be too difficult. I also drew on some of the book page that I found that was just colored, but I'll try to stick with the ones that I drew on the packaging paper since that is the theme today. Alright, so I'm just going to start. I'm trying to stay with two directions, so either this way or this way. And that's just for me making it easy on myself. So how are you guys doing? I hope you're doing really well and that you're able to find some time to craft. I've been trying to do a lot of crafting. And I do try to go over the edge here so that I have the full sheet covered. And my last masterboard worked out really well, and I wasn't even trying that hard. But I noticed that I would put a few sheets of paper, like book page text down, and then it would need a picture. So hopefully, I'm going to go this way. Oh, I'll go this way. Otherwise, the shape will be too similar. Alright, so I think I'm ready for a picture. I'm just using my fingers to flatten it out here. I better see if I'm still filming because lately that's been an issue. Alright, looks good. And then just keep going. I was hoping I had a longer piece of music, but I don't. That's okay. I do like to overlap them a bit. Like so. And just move some of this so that I can make sure I get the papers on here on screen. Okay, then the thing is too, when I pre-cut them, I have them all in a color scheme that I like. And I'm actually going to go for another music one over here. And then I can put another drawing on the side. I'm trying to get the same colored paper sort of spread out on the page too, and not have it all globbing in one section. So there's a few things that I want to remember when I do this. It's not overly a big deal, but and I have a little bear piece right there, and I'm just gonna grab a piece that I trimmed earlier. There we go. And then I will go there. I only have this one, and I think it's kind of dark, so I'm going to grab this one instead, just for over here. Okay. I need more paper because my piece was a little short. And it ripped. Oh well. Because it stuck to my finger. Okay, that will work. And I need some more over here. I think what I'll do is put another music piece over here. My glue is almost empty. Alright, and then I need a little piece over here yet. Yeah, so this challenge is, I'm going to have the list and things down in the description box. But I want to thank Peg for inviting me. join in. There's some glue over here that I need to cover. Okay, like that. All right. Then, I think I covered the wrong side. I wanted to cover the ugliest side, but I may have done it the opposite. So maybe I'll just make pockets and maybe some belly bands out of this one. Then with the other one that I made yesterday, I can make journaling cards. It's either that or I have to, I don't really want to back this one again. You wouldn't notice this, but I'm noticing with the old paper here that when the glue hit it, it's starting to throw off a scent of old books, which I guess isn't really surprising, but okay. So here you see I was able to put 3 pieces of packing paper in that I have drawn on, and even some strips. And I was just thinking, if I make pockets and belly bands out of this, my belly bands need to be going this direction because that's about the typical size. And I do them about 2 inches. That would be 1. And that's just the base, so you can still decorate it. And that would be a secondary belly band. And I'm going to do 1 more, and then I'll have 2 pockets, I think. So this is 8.5, so about 4. So there I have 2 pockets. That's not bad. And then I can still decorate them however I wish. Okay, so that's just 1 sheet. And as you can see, that's why I turned these into that. The other side, or the other page, will be much better for journaling on. So, also I noticed that with these really old book pages, and even with this packing paper, it leaves like a shininess, and it feels really soft and smooth. So there's, I think, something to be said for that. Anyways, follow along with the hashtag and see what else you can find and who else you can find. And yeah, just have fun. And apparently this is going all month, so it'll be fun to see who all we can meet. And I know I met Peg at Craft Room Stories through one of these open collabs. So a lot of fun, and you never know who you're going to meet. So I encourage you to participate and have fun. All right, so God bless, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.